Hello, 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 Infiniti here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or middle of the night, whenever you're coming and being guided to this video. It is February, wait, is today the 4th or the 5th? 3, 4, 5. Today's the 5th. I was like, wait a minute, where are we? Today's the 5th. Of February 2025. It's almost 11 o'clock here. Okay, short one here. That was a pretty short one. I did a long one yesterday. It was pretty cool. Short Oracle message, a long Kalimba yesterday. So if you're into some long Kalimba, you can get that in yesterday's, the 4th. Yeah, I knew that. Yesterday was the 4th. I had a brain fart there for a second. As you can see, the sun has been trying to come out. It's the first time I've seen blue skies. This morning was the first time I've seen blue skies in, I don't even know how many days. We've had a major storm going. Look at the river, completely swollen, moving fast, and it is cold out. We had snow yesterday too. So yesterday was a long Kalimba and snowy day. Very interesting that I was guided to do that on our snowy day. And big old flurries falling down everywhere. A little different today. Sun peeking through more. It's a bit warmer. It got down to like 27 yesterday. It's been cold these last couple days. Definitely. I hope you're doing well whenever you were guided to this video. I am Infiniti. If this is your first time here, welcome. And for those of you returners, those of you in my inner circle, hello, hello. I love you all, new and old to me. Today's interesting. The time is actually going by very slowly. We had a post in our private space on my Mighty Networks, my private sacred space. One of the ladies in there posted about time going by super slowly today. And I was like, oh, I haven't noticed it going by as fast as it normally does, but I had only been up for and doing stuff for about an hour. So I hadn't really felt the effects. And then the next hour went by and it felt like the normal 2, or a fast 3 even analysis. And I was like, and the clock that I looked at was my analog clock on my fireplace, on my, mantle up there, whatever that is, the shelf around the fireplace. And I was like, what? That can't be right. It's only been an hour. And I thought, like, is that right? And then I, double checked on my stove. And yeah, so time is definitely going by slowly today. I'm not complaining. I love it when that happens. It just doesn't happen very often. So, anywho, I really don't, it was like, what are we doing today? Because normally before I start these videos, I get the guidance. It comes through pretty clearly as to what I'm going to be doing, what cards I'm going to be working with, if I'm going to be working with cards. And it was just like, well, I'll just get there and do the Kalimba. But then I was guided to stop that pretty quickly. So give me a second here. Okay, I keep looking at these tarot cards and I was just kind of like, am I supposed to? Yes, I'm getting an affirmative. These are the same tarot cards from 2 days ago, the Wild Reflections tarot cards. I got a long reading. It was an hour-long message. And so guided to these again today. I'll show you the back. I don't think you've seen the back of them before. I didn't show them yesterday, I mean. So it's a mirrored image. That's the stars and the trees. I'm trying to remember, it's not the flower. Is that the seed of life? I think that might be the seed of life. There's a lot of sacred geometry, and sometimes I get things confused. Yeah, I'm thinking that's the seed of life. I'm gonna have to double check on that. So I forgot to put my rings on. It's interesting when that happens. Sometimes it's one of the first things I do. I do kind of want them. I really would rather have my rings on when I'm doing any kind of divination stuff. I like my crystals on me. And I got a new ring that I'm really into. I'm going to go grab my rings. It'll take me just a second. Unless they're not right here. Oh, they're in my bedroom? Shoot. Oh, there they are. On my desk. Well, that took longer than I thought. Dogs were like, what are you doing here? Ugh. If you heard a barking, that was Cora barking at him when I come in. She's not barking at me. She's such a weirdo. They're both on the bed. And I come in and they're like surprised to see me. And then she barks at him. It's like, okay, weirdo. Check out my ring. Little, why won't it? It's refusing. There we go. Oh my God, sometimes. Isn't that cool? I love it. With my copper. Lipolite, the clear stone heart next to it. I have the hardest time remembering its name. But I love it. It's clear with all these beautiful inclusions in it, mineral inclusions, and helps to expand your psychic ability and clear the field around you, activate your higher chakras, all that good stuff. Anywho, here we are, ready to go. More sun. Look at that. Oh my gosh, how exciting. Oh my gosh. You guys don't even know how much I've missed the sunlight. Or maybe you do. Maybe you're like me. I call myself a sun whore. I'm a sun whore. Can't get enough. These clouds, man. It's moving up there too. All right, so I think we're only going to get a couple cards, so don't worry. It's not going to be another big long one. I don't have time for that either. And with time going by slowly today, I want to maximize that. So let's bring it over here. Was that out of focus the whole time? Sorry. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. 10 of Cups. Eight of Wands. Oh, that's beautiful. I have this rainbow. 10 and 8. And we're going to take one from here. Oh, and 4 of Cups. We got that the other day as well. Yeah, that's it. That was interesting. Never really, I don't know if I've ever done it like that before. Okay, so 10 of Cups. Eight of Wands. And 4 of Cups. All right, let's see. I'm being guided to get an animal or a spirit animal or animal spirit. Animal spirit. And you know what I find is interesting, and I have yet to have the time to read the guidebook, and I need to do that. I've really never done that with one of her decks before, is start using it without reading the guidebook, but I was guided to this time, so it is what it is. But what I've noticed about this deck is that it's more about kind of the archetype of the animals, of the different animals, and they're categorized by the elements, including spirit. So spirit animals, or animal, because it's like spirit, animal, spirit. But anyway, it's more about the archetypes than actual, like, what those animals' messages are, sort of. It's interesting. Oh, Swan. We got Swan. I love swans. There we go. So pretty. Let me show you. I'm not going to get up, but look. Oh, it's like, shoot. Almost dropped all my shit. There we go. You can only see the one there. It's like a mama and baby swan. It's crystal. And then that is another swan. That is another swan, that green thing. Post a picture. I just don't feel like getting up right now. I'll post a picture. but it is uranium glass. And one of my favorite things in the world. It glows in the dark. Where's that? There we go. And yeah, I had a period where it was just like swans all day, every day, for like weeks. There's swan, and that was one of them. I think both of them were one of them. Okay, so we're starting with swan, actually. Effortless creativity, sensitive mystic, elegant power. The swan represents heightened creativity. In Hindu mythology, the goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry, rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there, to the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly. When the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention, for solo time. An inner voice is waiting to be heard, and inner vision likely to be revealed. I love it. Definitely feeling this. When in balance, infinite creative power. When out of balance, agitated, snippy, lack of vision. Bring into balance, solo time and writing. Yeah, I can definitely second all of that about the swan. It is a potent, mystical, magical, spiritual, creative energy that comes with the swan. It's graceful and fluid and peaceful and yeah, it is a more solo energy. But they are very much, they do pair off. They have their beautiful little families. And that reminds us of card number 10 here. 10 of Cups is a very rich, abundant, familiar type of thing going on. It's also about a real strong connection to the inner child and the inner wonderment, the inner creator. So that really aligns with the swan. Then we have the 8 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. So the 4 of Cups is coming in to really just say this, there's a lot coming through. And again, you need your solo time. This traditionally is about kind of not seeing everything that's coming through. And there could be a little bit of this happening. Like it's coming through in stages and phases and kind of dripping. Ever did a course, it's like the drip is when after you complete a certain or at a certain time you complete a certain level or module or lesson or whatever, then you get the next one. You don't get it all at once. And that's usually how life is anyway. We get the drip method. Sometimes we get a dump. It's what I call them. We get a dump. So instead of like one shell coming through, it'd be like 10 shells coming through, which is what we've got over here. So we have this. Let me put these together for a second. We have a lot going on with a lot of people, and then this solo situation too. This represents, like I said, connecting to that inner child. See that rainbow? That's a lot of creativity, a lot of energy, a lot of abundance, a lot of magic coming through here through the divine inner child, through children and their energy. You can see there's 2 children here, a younger one and an older one. So it's bringing in both of those types of energies is what I'm hearing right now. This can filter into our adult self and let it start to come in. It is going to be a very rich and powerful and abundant. I love how there's this waterfall with the wands. 8 of Wands is like a rush of energy, and that's what the water is representing. It also helps. It also is like the 8 of Wands is saying like there's a decent balance between what is that? There's a decent balance between the emotional body and the more physical body when it comes to being able to sustain this. There's activations coming through that's going to be hitting the emotional body and the physical body. But they're activating and they're balancing, so you can have more of this divine inspiration coming through, because a heightened creativity. This is about the fluid realm of writing, creating, reflecting. So, this type of energy here, very, very strong going on. So yeah, I'm hearing, really feeling more like journaling, like writing, like expressing, creating from that place, sharing. This has been coming through a lot, and this energy is saying we're getting more of this. Today, you may feel that a little bit more, and the energies coming through after today are going to be supporting this. Also about being connected to more people and your divine counterparts. But this is coming through. I guess it's kind of 50-50 as far as like being able to or wanting to, or feeling more of your spirit guides and guardians, or just, divinity, just the divine, just that there is another world there. Let me show you. This is like coming through as, both sides of the veil. This one is loaded with so much going on and different things that it's pointing to. But essentially with the 10 of Cups, that is showing me that that's representing both sides of the veil, a lot of activity, a lot of beings, a lot of people, joining in with more people, feeling the other side more, wanting to connect more, wanting to balance out your solitude with opening up and feeling more, expressing more, things like this. Yeah, just the whole like mystical creativity thing. There's creational energies that are in different ways. So this could be about creating, like I'm like creating my Evolve Now group, the Rise of the Phoenix group, and that energy is been very, very strong for that type of high level spiritual connection, creational energy. And it does come through in chunks, but it has so much that I'm connecting to on the other side that is attached to it. So it's definitely a lot, but again, the Eight of Wands is saying, look, being able to balance all of this is definitely in play. So whatever needs to happen, this is coming through as kind of like a self-care card. You see the water, the wands represent earth. There is a lot of earth here, a lot of green, a lot of healing energy. This card, oh, it's getting me all vibrate. It's making me vibrate. This card here is coming through as really intense healing energy. Go to the bath, take a shower. The water is really going to help with the flow of what's coming in and to keep you balanced as well. Of course, I'm always an advocate for baths, and I need one today, in fact. So mindful self-care to balance out your bodies, to be able to bring this stuff in. And yeah, solo time is definitely a must. It needs to be quiet. You need to be allowing things to come in to start creating, or expressing, writing, painting, you know, blogging, like whatever, whatever this thing is about creating. There's a lot of different layers to it. So that could be showing up for you in many ways. And those ways can evolve as well. Okay, and one more card, and then we'll be done, is what I'm hearing. Whoa, one more card from the Citadel. Oh, this card here. The Warrior kind of fell and popped out yesterday, but I don't know, I'm being guided to share it with you, but I don't think we're supposed to be using that card. But isn't that a cool card? If it's meant to come out, it'll come out again. So we'll see if that magic happens. But I had put it back in the box, and I unboxed. This is a cool, really cool box that comes with this. Let me show you the box that comes with this deck. And then it opens up down here. It's a really cool box. And this deck tends to fly around. Doesn't need much energy around it before it's falling all over the place. The dogs barely walk by and it's just falling all over the place. And it's like not like any other deck, I'm telling you. It's something. And so I'm like, what is up with this deck? And so I was guided, like, this one needs to just be in its box when you're not using it, so we don't, you know, accidentally lose cards. I'm like, I was looking different. I'm like, did others fall that I didn't see? Because holy moly, these cards in this deck is very alive. I don't know how else to put that, but it is. Okay, so one of these and then we'll be done. Oh, there we go. Just popped out. The Poet. Relationships. Vulnerability. Let's stick these cards back in here. I'm telling you, they're not normal. They are not normal. Let me show you the Poet. And some dog hair, some cat hair. The Poet. Look how pretty. Relationships, vulnerability. I told you there's a lot of relationship stuff going on here. A lot of people, a lot of beings on both sides, a lot of communication. So let's see where the Poet is. Let's see if I could find. Oh, that was easy. Page 42. Okay, the Poet. Music, laughter, the swirl of beautiful dresses. Tonight is a night free from care and the troubles of the outside world. Amongst the dancers, a single figure draws the attention of everyone present. a flash of embroidered silk, the wave of a hand, a voice as clear as a bell. The poet is life itself, pure and undiluted, instantly in love with every new person they meet. They are drawn to people just as people are drawn to them. A sonnet ready for every new spark of love. There is love on the horizon, and it's up to you to embrace it. Whatever your hesitations, it is time to accept the heart-pounding, tumbling chaos that is opening yourself up to another. Write poems, find your song. Love is creative work. Listen to that. Love is creative work. I say it 333. But be your imaginative, authentic self and let other like-minded people flock to you. This is when you will experience true happiness. I cannot make this up. That's what this says. Let me show you straight from the book. There is love on the horizon, and it's up to you to embrace it. Whatever your hesitations, it's time to accept the heart-pounding, tumbling chaos that is opening yourself up to another. Write poems. Find your song. Love is creative work. Be your imaginative, authentic self and let other like-minded people flock to you. This is when you will experience true happiness. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Love, love, happy, happy, happy. Whoop, whoop. Creative. Right. Oh my God, I can't even. What did we just get done talking about? I am going to read the reversed, just so we know the balance of this. Oh my God, I get so freaking buzzy and tingly and energized when I work with this deck. Whew. Okay, reversed. This is an isolated poet, a poet who has been so careful to protect their heart that no one knows who they truly are. But vulnerability isn't something to be afraid of, rather a sign of being alive and of having things that are important enough to risk losing. Rather than letting yourself feel distant and socially unsupported, it's time to reach out or to try to meet new people. Okay, I think that this is both of these things for a lot of us. To be honest with you, I think that this is absolutely both. And it did, when it flew out, it was sideways. It was sideways. So I love this card with the messages that we just got ahead of it. This is about being in love with life and seeing, you know, the beauty and the magic and the soul and the heart of others. This is about magnetizing and joining with like-minded people. This is about creating from your soul, and putting things out there in the world in whatever ways that you're meant to, that will make it easier for people to connect with you, to know you. Let other like-minded people flock to you. This is when you will experience true happiness. Like, I really feel that with our new group, the Phoenix, as they say at 3333, it is, I really feel that things like that are meant to be created and are divinely created to bring people together, to put things out in the world where people can come together and grow together and create together and support each other and feel love, and really be a part of something very, very special. But whatever that means to you, to me, this means that the work that I'm doing and what I'm creating and all the energies that are coming through to do all the different things that I do, is exactly what I should be doing. And that there is, you know, this sort of true happiness that's going to come from it for not only me, but for everybody that partakes, everybody who joins in the beginning and as it goes forward. And I'm so excited to share it with people. It's really developed into something special. And anyway, and this other side here is, this like being more isolated, being more guarded, and just needing to go through a time where you are more alone. But it is time to, extend yourself, open up, allow people to know you a little bit more, and that energy is because a lot of people are being activated in the same ways. And so when we can find like-minded people that are feeling the same things, that just really helps to cultivate that energy for everybody. Okay, so one last look at our reading for today. 10 of Cups, 8 of Wands, the Poet. Wanted to go right there in the center. Beautiful card. Writing. This whole writing thing, creating from writing is a big deal here, but any kind of creational energy applies to this. Any kind of creational energy applies to this. 4 of Cups and the Swan all coming in to paint this picture of connection to our divinity and the other side, like-minded people on this side of the veil, and our connection to divine beings on the other side of the veil that's with us, the creational, the creator, the divine inner child at whatever stage that happens to be, whether it's feminine or masculine. They're both present, feminine and masculine. We have the balance of that going on. The flow in which it comes, how we need to balance ourselves to receive and stay. Remember, this is a self-care card. This is coming through again. Self-care definitely has to do with water. It has to do with nature, has to do with grounding, has to do with receiving and meditation. That's what this card is showing me right now. Again, the Poet we just got from the Citadel. This is, again, about relationships. This is all about relationships. We just need to see it that way. And it very well could be about romantic love as well. But love is at the heart of this. It's about creating from a place of love. It's about connecting to our souls. Definitely having more solo time to let things come in, to receive all this creational energy, to process it. She's got a book. Is that a journal? Is she writing stuff down? Pen and book. That's what I'm being told to point out here. So journaling, creating, writing. Writing's a really big one here. So the writing bug could be getting a boost, which I love it when that happens. And the Swan, mystical, beautiful, peaceful, creative energy is anchoring all this in. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this and relate to this on some level. You were guided to this message for a reason, whether it was today, the day that I brought it in on the 5th of February, or whenever you're guided to this. These are timeless messages. All of my dailies are. So check out the library for additional guidance. And thanks again for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning, your afternoon. I'm like, what's that called? Your morning, your afternoon, your evening, or your middle of the night. I wish you blessings, infinite love always. Check out my website and my mighty networks and all the good stuff. Links are in the description. And I'll see y'all later. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.